Hello everyone, welcome to SOP Academy. In this video, we are going to discuss the Capgemini interview experience of a non-IT background student. The student was from ECE branch. The interview was conducted on the 13th of January 2022, so it is a latest interview, and the duration was 15 to 20 minutes, so it was not a long interview. So now let us look at the TR interview questions, the technical questions which were asked. So the questions start from tell me something about yourself. So this is the first and basic introduction. So you have to include your name, your city, your college name, the degree and branch which you studied. You must include your internship or training experiences, then any extracurricular activities that you have performed in college, and apart from that you can also add your achievements in life and some hobbies. So this is I have listed some of the points that you must always include in your introduction. How you conduct your introduction will be dependent upon you, but the points that I have mentioned, you should always try to include those points. And the main thing in the introduction is always be confident and be fluent, so it will give a good impression in the starting itself. So let us look at the second question. The second question was based on the project. What project did you make? So you will have to explain your project. The focus should be that the interviewer should know that you are the one who has created the project. It should not appear like you have just read about the project and you're just speaking. You haven't made the project yourself. So you have to try to explain to him in such a way that it appears like you yourself have made the project. So you must include first the goal, the aim, what was the aim of the project, and what were the languages and the technologies that you used while making the project, what problems did you come across, and the output, what was the final output of the project. So this is some points that you should include in your project. So next question he asked is any difficulties you faced during the project. So even if you don't have any difficulty, mostly everyone faces some difficulties while making the projects. Even if it is a very small problem or difficulty, you must always mention that, and do not ever say no to this question. Any short problems or difficulties you faced, just try to include that. So let us look at the next question. Which programming languages do you know? So this question will be asked, and you have to focus here that whatever you say, the language you say, that will drive your interview towards that direction. So you have mentioned some languages in your resume. So any one language you should mention which you are very confident in, so that whatever question he asks from that programming language, you must know most of the questions. You don't need to know all the questions. Nobody knows all the questions. You may miss some questions, but most of the questions, 70 to 80%, you must know. So here this candidate mentioned that he knows Python. So the questions which were coming now are from Python. So first question was what is init. So you have seen constructors in C++ and Java. So it is similar to constructors, but it is in Python. So what it will do is initialize the objects. Whenever you create an object in a class, then this init method is used to initialize the data members of the class whenever the objects will be created. The second question is what is the difference between list and tuple. So let us look at the differences. So list is mutable. What is mutable? So the meaning of mutable is that once it is created, it can be modified later also. But immutable means once a tuple is immutable, so once it is created, you cannot modify it afterwards. So list will be mutable and tuple will be immutable. The second difference is the implication of iterations is time consuming in the case of list, but in the case of tuple, it is faster. The third difference is operations like insertion and deletion will be better performed in lists, and in tuples, the elements can be accessed better. So the advantages of list are insertion and deletion are better, and in tuple, the elements can be accessed better. The fourth difference is list consumes more memory than tuple and tuple consumes less memory. The fifth difference is Many built-in methods are available in list, but tuple does not have many built-in methods. The last difference is unexpected error and changes can easily occur in list, but in tuple unexpected errors and changes rarely occur. So these were the differences between list and tuple. The next question was how to define a block of code in Python. So this is a very easy question. If you know Python, then you know that you use indentation to define a block of code in Python. So in C++ we use curly brackets, but in the case of Python we just use indentation. What is PEP 8? The next question. So PEP is full form Python Enterprise Proposal. PEP 8 is just a document. It is used to provide guidelines to make your code more readable. So PEP 8 describes how the developer can write beautiful code. So it is just an enhancement of your code. So what is slicing in Python? Slicing is used to access parts of sequences. So we have list, tuples and strings in Python. So if we want some parts of the list, tuples and strings, then we can use slicing method. So the syntax for slicing is start, colon, end, colon, step in square brackets. So the step which you see on the third step indicates the jump or how many elements have to be skipped. So let us look an example. So we have a list 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 are the elements inside it. So we slice it using -1 colon 2 colon 2. So let us look at what will be the output of this question. Let me open my pen. The slicing starts from -1. So as you can see, start is -1. So we will start from -1. This is the -1 index. So we have to start from 8, and the end element is 2. So let us look at the end element. It is 0 1 2. So this is going to be the end element. We have to start from here and go up to here. And how many steps? 2. So let us look at what will the output. So after 8 we skip one step, we go to 6. Then after this we skip one step, we go to 4. So end is reached. If we skip another step, we will go to 2. So we cannot go further to the last element. So what will be the output? 8, 6 and 4. So let us look at the output. You can see this is going to be the output, 8, 6 and 4. Let us look at the next question. The next question was a general question. Do you know about cloud computing? So whenever you go to an interview, you must know the latest technologies which are in the market. Like cloud computing is currently in boom in the market. AI, data science and deep learning. There are various technologies. You must know enough to explain to the interviewer. The next question was, what is your preferred location? So for this question, you can say your preferred location, but afterwards always do mention that that you are not very stagnant on your location. Even if a different location is provided to you, you will be able to relocate. So give your preferred location and also try to explain it that it is not mandatory that you want your preferred location only. The next question was, will it be okay if we make you work in other technologies? So in IT companies, you will be given random training in any technology. So you have to just say yes to this question, because you don't know which technology you will be trained in. Whatever you have learned till now, it is not necessary that when you go into the company, the same technology stack will be given to you. So just say yes to this question, that yes, whatever is given to you, you will be happy and work hard on that technology. HR questions were something like, what do you know about Capgemini? So try to do background research on the company so that you are able to speak why do you want to join that company. So you must know the perks and benefits of joining the company, what are the current news related to the company and other things. So the next question was, how was your online assessment experience? So this was just a general question. You just explain. If this question comes across you, just explain your experience, nothing serious. So the next question was, what are your hobbies? So always try to include productive hobbies only, like reading novels, watching sci-fi movies, and whatever your hobbies are, sports also, you can include it here. The next question, are you okay with the service agreement? Always say yes. Are you willing to relocate? Always say yes, I am willing to relocate. The next question was, you know the offered package, are you okay with it? So say yes ma'am, or sir, I am okay with the package and I know about the package. Any questions for me? So the last question is always any questions for me, by the interviewer. So always try to ask a question, even if it is a short or simple question, just try to ask it. Don't leave this question. This will give you a benefit. If you ask this question, then you will have a benefit. So this was the interview experience. Hope you liked it, and I tried to answer the questions after the questions. So if you like the video, you can just give a thumbs up to the video, so that I am able to know that it is helping you guys, and I will create more interview experiences in the future. So that is all for this video. See you soon in the next video.